Hi, my name is Hanayara Ibatislara, and I'm currently working on a way to catch neurodegenerative diseases earlier, specifically amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS. ALS is a motor neuron disease that is characterized by the progressive loss of neurons. This means that a neuron that was once healthy starts to break down and release its components. This is due to the process of neurodegeneration. As this happens, the neuron stops communicating with the muscle, which leads to the paralysis that is commonly seen in ALS patients. During this process of neurodegeneration, NFL, neurofilament light chain, gets released from the neuron and travels all the way from the brain to our bloodstream. This is important as we can measure this neurofilament light chain, NFL, using an assay called ELISA. Quantifying this would mean we would have a direct view of what is happening inside the brain, as it would be a direct correlation of neuronal damage. And this neuronal damage happens to be present up to 1 to 2 years prior to a physical onset of symptoms in neurodegenerative diseases. As we can see here, this is a broad path that a patient with ALS follows that leads eventually to the tragic outcome of the disease, that is the death of the patient after 3 to 5 years post-diagnosis in 90% of the cases. It is a very devastating disease, and that's why it's of great importance to have biomarkers that allow us to detect these diseases early so we can start early treatments and increment this life expectancy that a patient with ALS gets. Here we can see a little bit of the results that we have had so far. We measure NFL levels in a Mexican population, as historically we have been an underrepresented population. And here are some of the results that we have had so far. They're not what we expected, as we haven't been able to quantify reliably NFL levels in blood of ALS patients. And this calls for our next steps, that we need to optimize the technique and also see what is going on with our sample, as it can be both things. Maybe the platform that we're using is not the most robust one, and we need to change platforms, though some accessibility limitations come in the way. But we can also see what's going on with our sample. Maybe there is some interference, and that is what we will be doing in our next steps, optimizing the technique and also testing different experiments to see and to take away this interference that might be on the way for us to quantify reliably neurofilament light chain. And with this, we will keep working in order to help the lives of patients with ALS and many other neurodegenerative diseases. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and thank you so much.